Hi James, welcome to the 3 Generate TV studio. It's great to have you with us.
Thank you.
Why don't you tell us what you do in life at the moment?
So I'm up in Manchester and I'm training to be a doctor.
Excellent. And tell us what you've been doing here at 3 Generate this weekend so far.
Okay, so I came to do 2 sessions looking at vocation, looking at how we can kind of find out our callings, the path that we should take, and obviously it's very difficult while you're young. You've got so many different options, so many different choices, and just helping them kind of think through just a little bit about where they might want to end up later on.
Vocation is obviously a big issue, certainly for young people, thinking through university choices, college choices, job choices. What did you talk about in your login?
So one of the main themes that we were trying to highlight was actually we seem to, in the church, have this idea that there's only one path that we can follow. We've got this sort of idea that God's got one path for us and we have to find that. And what we were trying to get out there is actually for a lot of us, there's many different paths we should take. And especially when you're young, you're worrying, should I do this A-level or that A-level? Should I go to this university or get a job? Should I move to this city or that city? And there's lots of decisions like that. And actually we're trying to explore the idea that actually if you're making godly choices that are in line with what the Bible says, actually God's fairly happy for us to make different choices in our life. And when we talk about this sense of vocation, this sense of calling, actually we're all made with different passions, different gifts and abilities, and actually sometimes a calling can just be a passion. So if you really enjoy something and you're good at it, I would class that as a calling. So really exploring that and kind of dismissing this notion that to be called to something you have to hear a big booming voice from God, or you have to have several people kind of pray into you and give you kind of very specific words, that sort of stuff.
How have you experienced vocation and calling in your own life? How has that worked for you?
I mean, I think for me it's very much what I said before. It's about the sense of what I'm passionate about. So I've gone into medicine. I really enjoy medicine. I love being on the wards. I love seeing patients, and because I'm passionate about it, I would call it something I'm called to do. And I do other work. I'm involved in a project called Pregnancy Twinning, and I would never say that I felt a specific call to get involved or start that up. But I would say I'm very passionate about doing it. I enjoy doing it, and for me, that class is a calling because I feel like God's given me the gifts to do it, but also my personality, the fact that I enjoy it, the fact that that's the sort of thing I get a kick out of.
So what's your advice maybe to people who are watching this thinking, trying to work out what the next step for them is, maybe at any of those levels, college, university, job? What's your advice to those people?
Well, in the logins, one of the best pieces of advice I think I gave was actually to just give things a go. If you're not sure, don't wait, don't hang around thinking, oh, I need to pray about this for 20 years and I need to get specific confirmation from people, or I need a big booming voice from God to tell me this is thing. The kind of advice we gave is actually just try something, and if it's right for you, doors will open. If it's not right for you, they won't open. And just find out what you're passionate about, explore what you're passionate about. There's obviously a generic calling for all of us to go out and meet the needs of the world. There is a lot of need in our world at the moment, and actually just exploring which areas of that you enjoy, you're passionate about doing, and maybe you've got giftings for.
Excellent. Thanks for coming by the studio. It's great to have you with us.
Thank you very much.